Says people are calling out media's coverage of Israel crackdown of protesters in Gaza. Gaza protest. 17 Pakistanians killed. Confirmations.
17 Pakistanians killed. Right? Go ahead.
Israelite military.
Israeli military.
Israeli military kills 15 Pakistanians in confrontation on Gaza border.
Now, like I was saying, I believe the death toll was higher than that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, though, could you imagine how many people also got injured and beat, stomped, maced or whatever else it is that they got? Right? Now, this is what they're doing during the time of the feast. Right? Because, we celebrate it at the same time. But look at what they're doing. Right?
Right.
Now, who does this remind you of in the scriptures? That's Esau, right?
Right.
And it said, by what shalt thou live?
By the sword.
By the sword shalt thou live. You see what I'm saying? During the time of us being remembering us being set free, right?
Right.
They feel the need to murder in order to keep their freedom established.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because they rule by the sword. So with these people that's running around talking about, the Arabs the Arabs is Esau, right? That's running around talking about, Esau was black or obviously, you know what I'm saying? This proves that wrong.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Damn right.
They're living by the sword during the time of the Most High's feast days. They're doing what their raw essence is, go ahead.
So, and if I would, sir, and the messed up part is, they didn't even do anything wrong. They were protesting.
And
they decided to come slaughter them.
Yeah. They decided to go kill them for protesting. Now you got soldiers come out, full armored gear on.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Against people with stones and rocks, maybe, if they were throwing them. You know what I'm saying? They come out to kill them. You see what I'm saying? To try and, pretty much try and put fear in everybody else. That's the ways of the white man.
That's right.
That's how the white man gets his freedom, by murdering people.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Well, give me some more to read if there's anything else.
That was the end of that, sir.
Okay, that was the end of that?
Yeah, they got a video that goes with it, but that's the end of that read, sir.
All right.
And then the rest is just like Twitter comments, pretty much backing up everything that you already had touched on.
Okay.
Talking about how the people are suffering.
Yeah, it said the people are not happy.
Yeah.
Who gives a damn?
Right.
Who cares?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't care when any of this stuff happens to us.
That's right.
I just seen it in there. They put the people, and then they put it in red, are not happy. Who gives a damn?
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's go. We're going to go to the scripture right quick. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 12.
Come. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a city.
A town.
Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood.
It says, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood. What does that mean?
Death.
Yes. Because, as the saying go, you live by the sword, you die by the sword, right?
Damn right.
I mean, if you establish a town on blood, I mean, how do you think that's going to end? It's going to end the same way it started, with much bloodshed. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Come. It says, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establisheth a city by iniquity.
And establish a city by iniquity. You see what I'm saying? The Palestinians, and the Amalekites both played a huge part in our destruction.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They both played huge parts in us being destroyed. They played huge parts in getting rich, getting filthy rich off of us, right?
That's right.
That's right.
Now, it's time for a lot of them to pay the piper. Because, once again, this is leading on to World War III. You see what I'm saying? This is part of the build-up to that, right?
Right.
Right.
Okay, then give me, let's go into verse 13.
Okay. Verse 13. Behold, it is not that of the Lord of hosts, that the people shall labor in the very fire.
Because what are we doing in this time, right? We are, you know what I'm saying, laboring in this time where World War III is getting ready to kick off, right?
Right.
And this laboring in the fire is us being, you know, pretty much worried about their world and their value system. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
And not being worried about our own. And it's not of the Lord that we're like that. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because everybody else is gearing themselves up. You see what I'm saying? This is why the Isupk is established.
Damn
You
right.
see what I'm saying? We are the military force of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
That's right.
While everybody else is putting themselves in positions, we are putting ourselves in position. You see what I'm saying? Putting our pieces in play. And, you know, and our big play is separation.
That's
You
right.
see what I'm saying? Just like brought out in, you know, previous classes before, you know, they have to be brought down so we can go up.
Damn
That's
right.
right.
So when I see things like this going on with, you know, what's going on with Palestine and them, you know, and doing right at the time where we're having, you know, Passover and, you know, Feast of Unleavened Bread.
Right.
I mean, what can be more, you know what I'm saying, obvious?
Damn right.
You see what I'm saying? What could be more obvious?
Damn right.
You know, right at this time, we are at peace. They are at war.
Damn right.
That's
You
right.
see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
So lucky if I would, sir, which is a heavy point. Like any brother in the ISUPK, like y'all know what we just did at that Passover.
Right.
It was a beautiful thing, man.
Right.
Beautiful thing how we came together as a nation, celebrated. And what do? Celebrate the death and destruction
That's
of our
right.
enemies.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And look what's going on as soon as
Right.
we touch back
Yeah.
down in our city. The death and destruction of our enemies.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Kum Yashala to that.
Go Yashala!
Kum Yashala!
Go Yashala!
Damn right.
Damn right. Hell yeah. Now, let's go into the to the other read. I'm gonna go into that one too.
Come, sir. If I would, before we get into the other read.
All right.
Now, once more, Salaki, sir, if I would.
Go ahead.
Like, we just got back from the Passover. When we come back, we see that the fake Jews, you know what I'm saying? Them goddamn heathens are over there going to war, slaughtering, and more slaughter. And you know what I'm saying? The Most High was like, yeah, that's cool, but I'm going to give y'all something else too, to let y'all know what y'all doing is righteous, to let y'all know how y'all living is right, to let y'all know that following these laws, statutes, and commandments is what we supposed to do. So check this out, Israel. It says, breaking news. It says, sources say there was an active shooter situation with multiple injuries at the YouTube.
You give the date. Give the date. on that.
Okay. This happened April 3rd at 4 p.m.
What, one day after the thing, you know,
Damn
with the
right.
Gaza
The
thing,
next
right?
day.
The very next day.
Damn right.
Check.
That's lucky. The Most High was like, hey, that ain't enough for y'all, Israel. I want y'all to have this too.
Right.
Let you know.
Right.
He's trying to let you know that the white man is the goddamn devil that the
That's right.
Right.
And everybody else knows it. And that's why it's important for Jakes in the world to understand that too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Come on.
It's a breaking news. It says sources say there was an active shooter situation with multiple injuries at the YouTube headquarters.
At the YouTube headquarters.
That's right.
Multiple. Go ahead, read that part again. I want you to read that part again.
Sources say there was an active shooter situation with multiple injuries at the YouTube headquarters.
At the YouTube headquarters. Think about it. Go ahead.
That's lucky. One more time, so real quick. And it's funny because everybody in this brotherhood knows how the white devils do us on YouTube. We know how they do us on our pages, how they take our shit down, how they just mysteriously disappeared.
Right.
Apparently a heathen was getting done the same way, and they couldn't take it.
Right.
That's right.
Exactly. And that heathen went there with the mark of Cain on his ass.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Went off with the YouTube blade to shoot every damn body up.
Damn
You
right.
see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Okay. It says YouTube's headquarters in San Bruno. Sky 7 is over the scene now, where police in the area surrounded. Live coverage here at ABC 7 News. And then the rest is a video. You know what I'm saying? There's a video on the situation that they didn't really want to try to report on these white devils like that. Because you know the white man is the goddamn devil. Every time his own is getting murdered, they try to make it seem like it's not that many people getting murdered. The situation's not that bad. Oh, don't worry, we're going to handle it. But you know what happened in there. That devil went in there and got to murdering other devils like they do in the school.
Right.
So lucky if I would. Like when that other devil shot up that 17 people at that school, they tried to put black pictures in the pics. Didn't know black people get shot up at that school.
That's right.
Didn't not one Jake die at that school shooting when he shot up 17 people. Them was all heathens that got murdered.
Kuya
Now you know why they did that, right?
Right.
You know, they did that to sit there and so they could say, well, see, look, there was black people that got shot up in that too, just like they tried to do with 9/11.
Right.
You know, when the Arabs came and killed them 2,000 people in the trade center, and blacks we started to see a separation between us and them. You see what I'm saying? So to sit there and try and neutralize that, what did white people say? They said, well, there was black people that was killed in the towers too. Like we were supposed to sit there and say, oh, black people was killed in the towers, and we would join them in their cause.
Right.
You know, go ahead.
That's a lucky. And that's heavy what you're saying. They always try to put a black face in the mix because they're trying to play on regular Jake's emotions in the world.
That's right.
Like here in the ISUPK, every brother in this truth know what I'm talking about when we out there prophesying on the streets. It's always a Jake that comes up to try to fight for the white devil.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, the white man ain't that bad. Well, it's only some of them. It's not all of them. You know what I'm saying? So they play on that emotion. And that's why they try to put black faces and acts of terrorism like they were victims. When really, let's be honest. Every time a nigga hear a gunshot, we know to get little through the woods. We not sticking around. This ain't no goddamn scary movie when we go investigate where the sound come from. We know to disappear. And not only that, but we can sense things coming like a spider sense almost. Like, nah, today I ain't feeling this today. You know what I'm saying? I'm not feeling this today. You know what I'm saying? Didn't know Jake's get hurt in this shooting right here, just like in the school shooting. You know what I'm saying? The Most High is trying to tell y'all something.
Now, see, and this goes to show also how weak, you know what I'm saying, a lot of our people are.
Right.
When we should be strong, because, see, the weakness in that is a lot of people will fall for that.
Yeah, right.
You see what I'm saying? A lot of people will fall for that, and these people will be joining the military. They'll be protesting right alongside white people. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But the way the person wants to handle that, if he's strong, what he'll say is, well, you know what? Even if there was black people that got killed in this, you know what I'm saying? I know that they weren't actually the intended targets in this.
Damn right.
The intended target in this was white people. Them niggas just got caught up.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, hell, you know, go ahead.
It's a lucky, which is a heavy point. Like Officer Farthel Tarap just brought out.
Loving white people, by integration and loving white people.
That's right.
That's how we get caught. You see what I'm saying? Like, as a matter of fact, when you look at a lot of, pictures of the hangings and lynchings